the predator that lurks in the bushes, ready to pounce upon the Jewish youth and to any hopeful and self-improving, God-seeking Jew, is something called Pizur HaNefesh. Literally, that means a scattering of the soul. I have this Masorah, this tradition handed down to me by the current Gadol Hadar and my great Rosh Yeshiva, the man who connects us back to Rav Meir Hershkowitz, who connects us back to Rav Aaron Kotler. My Rosh Yeshiva, his name is Reb Nosson Stein, Shlita. And he has educated over and over our yeshiva that phone in the pocket, what it can truly cause and the havoc that it can truly wreck is Pizur HaNefesh. Because it's impossible to ever be totally at davening if your brain can be scattered, if there can be a total mefuzar umefurad, a breaking up and having your soul divided up into be a million different places at one time. It's hard to focus on Torah, hard to focus on mitzvahs, hard to have a Jewish youth really find himself when he can find everything else in the world in his pocket. Pizur HaNefesh. Hard for a mom or a dad to be there entirely with their children if they have the ability in their pocket to be everywhere and somehow nowhere. Pizur HaNefesh. Scattering of the soul. And we know that Tanakh, it speaks to us in every single generation, every pasuk, gold, extraordinary. And in Megillas Esther, it just slapped me in the face that there's a pasuk in Parag Gimel that literally, if you imagine it to be Haman educating us about our own worst enemies and how to overcome this predator, you literally hear a Musar Shmuz from Haman and this lesson coming forth about Pizur HaNefesh. Vayomer Haman lamelech Achashverosh. We're talking about where Haman's trying to convince the king to eradicate the Jews. Listen to how he defines the Jewish people. Yeshno am echad, mefuzar umefurad. There's a nation, the Jewish people, one nation, but they're scattered. But they're scatterbrained, but they're involved in so many different things. Bein ha'amim, about the other cultures. B'chol medinos malchusecha, they know more about designer brands and college basketball teams than they even know about the books of Tanakh. B'chol medinos malchusecha, b'daseim shonos. But they should know that their laws, they're different. Mikol am ve'es dasei hamelech einam osim, but because of their scatterbrainedness and their obsession with every other brand, culture, and Gentile fad, Einam Osim, they don't follow kings. The Melech Malchei HaMelachim, God, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the omnipresence, eternal ordinances. Hence horribly. But as we hear this Pasuk Parak Gimel, Pasuk Ches, Haman says it's not even worth it for the king to keep the people around because they're just so involved in Gentile culture and so scatterbrained and never present on their learning, never present on their children, never present on what it is that truly matters. Mefuzar umefurad beino amim. A harsh bit of musar for all of us to take home, because when the greatest scion of evil, the nefarious foe Haman, describes us, he really does a very brutally honest job. And to say that we are so scatterbrained and involved in a million different things should cajole us to take a moment to focus on what's important, delete every single app that is pulling us into the things that have no true value to us, delete all the extra time and moments and think about what it is and where we're spending and how we're so pulled into a million different areas, and let us refocus on family, children, prayer, mitzvos, midos, self-perfection, self-improvement, and serving of the Borei Olam.